just press on got it. And yes, we are good to go.
All right. Hello, everybody joining in us from YouTube. And this is the finance quiz finals, which is happening with Akudo this time around. And we have a top 7 in the finals, and we are ready to go and start quizzing. We have the quiz club at BlueLearn, which has quizzes happening across months, across weeks, and would be great if you could join the quiz club and be part of a community who likes quizzing. This round will have 8 questions for the participants, and it will have +100 for every correct answer, a +100 and a -100 for a correct bounce. For example, if the participant 1 has a direct question, I ask that question. If the participant 1 is not able to answer, the person who has buzzed in first on the buzzer we have will get an opportunity to answer for a +100 and a -100. All right. The participant 2 who is buzzing in has to make sure that he answers it within 2 seconds of me asking them to unmute. All right. Simple round. Pounce is the name of the round. We should get started with the first question coming up. The buzzers will be unlocked as soon as the question is read on the screen. So make sure you are buzzing in properly. The first question is for, yes, Faizan, if you have a question, you can ask me right now.
What will be the order? Like who will get which question?
I'll call the person out. You need to listen in very carefully. If your name is read out, you need to unmute and listen to the question. All right, simple. Perfect. The first question is for Raja, and it will be open for others to pounce. All right, the first question is for Raja. The first question is on the screen now. Conventional customs on this important day for a country's every year include consumption of alcoholic beverages such as whiskey, beer, etc. In India, however, there's a tradition to eat something sweet before an important occasion. Halwa is chosen dish generally to precede the ceremony. What ceremony is being referred to here?
The budget.
That's absolutely correct. That's a +100 to Raja, closing in on the pounce. For others who has buzzed in, that is Swagat, Gaurav coming in the pounce, but of no use. Raja gets a +100 and he moves with his score. And the first answer is the budget, which happens every year. And Halwa is the tradition before we start the budget, basically to have a good start to the budget, right? This year around, this didn't happen due to coronavirus, but all the years apart from this year had this tradition happen. So amazing quizzing, amazing start by Raja, a +100 to him, and Yash is noting down the score, so you don't need to worry about that. We'll move on with the second question, which is for Swagat. Second question is for Swagat. Make sure you are unmuted and you listen in very carefully, and the others will have the question on the bounce. All right. The second question on your screen now. Who featured on the Israeli currency note? 5 seconds on the clock.
No idea. Pass.
All right. Faizan is the first person who has buzzed in. And Faizan, what's your answer?
Albert Einstein.
Perfect. Albert Einstein was the person who was featured on the currency note of Israel. And that's the person who has been blurred out at the moment. Swagat, you can go on mute, but +100 to Faizan for taking that risk and moving on as well with Raja with +100. So we have 2 people on hundreds and the others yet to begin their accounts. All right. Amazing quizzing. Albert Einstein was the answer I was looking for. And that's the answer I got from Faizan. Perfect. The buzzers are now clear for the next question coming up on the screen for Rebecca. So I hope she's ready for the question. Rebecca it is, and it's open for everyone on the pounce. What English word originally meant companion who eats bread with you? This is a particular word. I'm giving you a huge hint. This is a particular word used in business, and this is a word which has been used across domains. Yeah. What's your answer? 5 seconds.
Penis? Is it penis?
It is not penis. I'm looking for an English word. Is there anyone on the pounce? All right, Bhanu wants to give it a try. Yes, Bhanu, what's your answer?
Is it broker?
It isn't broker. I wouldn't have asked broker. Broker wouldn't mean companion who eats bread with you, but good try. A -100 to Bhanu for that incorrect pounce. But and Rebecca doesn't get any negatives. The correct answer I was looking for was company. Company is the word, the English word, which originally means companion who eats bread with you. So company is the answer I was looking for. Bhanu gets a -100 on the pounce and Rebecca moves ahead with a nil score. And the next question will be open for pounce and the direct question is for Faizan. So I hope he's ready for the direct question coming up for him on the screen now. Costa Coffee, which sells more than 108 million cups of coffee worldwide each year, had come out with a special insurance with the Lloyds of London for Genaro Pelliccia. This insurance is worth a whopping 14, whatever the number is, only 84 crore rupees. That's 84 crore Indian rupees. What is this insurance about? I want a very particular answer for this. You have 5 seconds on the clock, Faizan.
This is for their coffee beans. They use a special coffee beans.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Swagat, what's your answer?
Is this for the man like the tester hitch tongue insurance?
100% yes. That's a +100 to Swagat. A good bounce, a good guess. This is an insurance which has been, which came out for Costa Coffee's coffee taster. So the person who tastes coffee for them every year has an insurance of 84 crore rupees for his tongue. So it is the first tongue insurance which came out, and this person's insurance is worth 84 crore rupees, which is amazing, astonishing number. The connect I was looking for was the tongue insurance, and this is a unique insurance which is only for him, for this person. All right. So amazing quizzing, amazing crack by Swagat. We'll move on with the next person. Swagat gets a +100 and Faizan is still on the nil. All right, still on nil for this question. The next question is for Amala, and the question will appear on the screen and open for others to pounce on the buzzer now. Finding a X brand and giving it a wake-up call has become especially desirable for investors who are looking for businesses with strong anchor and an open approach to the future in a period of economic volatility. Such brands are characterized by valuable assets or excellent operations that are not effectively utilized or deployed due to poor management. I want you to identify what am I talking about. What brand is this? This is a particular term used. I'm giving you a huge hint. It's a particular term I'm looking for. And this term is used in a different context altogether and is known to everybody since childhood. I'm giving you a huge clue. I'm being very lenient, but I would request the answer in 5 seconds, Amala. If you don't know the answer, you can say skip, or you can just blurt out your answer. The first instant that comes to your mind, give it a guess. You won't get any negatives. The question is open for pounce on the buzzer. So if anyone wants to guess, you have 2 seconds to pounce. And the question is open for Amala. Yes.
I would like to skip.
All right, no worries. The question has been collapsed. There was enough time for the pounce and no one has gone for the pounce. Is there anyone who wants to give it a try for no points? The first thing that comes to your mind.
Is it startups?
It isn't startups. So finding a X brand, I wouldn't ask you finding a startup brand. So it's not startups that way. And there are many key words used here. Wake up call. I'm giving you a huge clue here. Wake up call and poor management is one. So okay, I'll give out the answer before we take too much time on this question. The answer I was looking for was sleeping beauty. This is a term used in business where it is given to a brand or a company which needs a wake up call from the investors or the stakeholders, and it is not effectively utilizing the resources due to poor management. So we call that that company as Sleeping Beauty. And that's the term I was looking for in this question. No one getting the point, and we move on with the next question on the screen for Gaurav. I think Gaurav is remaining in the entire. Yeah, Gaurav is the person for the next question, a direct question to him, open for everybody on the POUNCE. All right, question number 6 coming up on your screen now. I want you to identify this person, a famous person. If you follow him, you would know him, and he has retired though, but you should know him. He's a personality to be known. Yeah, Gaurav?
Is he Ajay Banga?
Perfect. Plus 100 to you. Gaurav gets a plus 100. Swagat going on the buzzer, but missing out on the plus 100 opportunity. Gaurav gets a plus 100 on this question, a direct question. Fairly simple for those who are interested in finance. He is Ajay Banga, the ex-CEO of MasterCard, and he's a personality. And I would highly recommend you guys watching out his speeches, which he has given, and it's widely available on YouTube as well. So that's question number 6 for you. Gaurav getting a plus 100 on this question, a direct one. We move on with the next person. And the next person I'm looking for who is Bhanu, right? Bhanu has a direct question coming in. Bhanu, are you ready? All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect. The next question is for Bhanu, open for everybody on the buzzer. Now, what started in 1935 in India through the Hilton Commission? Hilton Young Commission. You have 5 seconds on the clock. 5, 4.
Is
3.
it the hotel chain?
Incorrect. I would request Raja to come in. 2 seconds you have.
Reserve Bank of India.
Perfect. Plus 100. No nonsense quizzing. Plus 100 to Raja on this one. Good POUNCE. Good use of the POUNCE. And he gets a plus 100 on this one. This quiz is getting tougher and tougher as we move on, with people closing in on plus 100s with the good POUNCEs. Amazing job. RBI was the answer I was looking for. RBI was started in 1935 through the Hilton Young Commission. And that's the answer I was looking for. The buzzers have been cleared for the last question, which will be open for everybody. So everybody has a chance to POUNCE, and it won't be a direct question to anybody. Plus 100, minus 100. All right. Plus 100 for a correct answer, minus 100 if you get it wrong. So be very careful on this one. The next question will appear on the screen before the answer, and the next question will appear. This is the last question for this round. So make sure you're using your buzzer properly. The first person buzzing will get an opportunity to answer, and the question collapses if the person answers it incorrectly. We move on with the rounds. All right. The last question for everybody on the screen and on the buzzer. Now, this is a concept which depends essentially on the fact that because it is an open call to an undefined group of people, it gathers those who are most fit to perform tasks, solve complex problems, and contribute with the most relevant and fresh ideas. It's not outsourcing, it's dash. A fairly famous term used across domains in today's world. I see Amala going on with the buzzer. What's the answer, Amala?
Is it freelancing?
Incorrect. Incorrect. That's a minus 100 to Amala. Yash, that's a minus 100. But I would open it to Bhanu for no points.
Is it internship?
Incorrect. I would request you guys to read the question once more before I reveal the answer, and you would kick yourselves if I reveal the answer. So try reading the quote as well. It's something that goes with the word outsourcing. So outsourcing, and there's one more word which sounds similar.
Is it crowdsourcing?
100% yes. No points though. Good guess. No points. It is crowdsourcing. It's a concept which depends on the crowd. It's an open call to undefined group of people, gathers those who are most fit to perform tasks, solve problems, and contribute with the most relevant ideas. All right, with most relevant and good ideas. That was the answer I was looking for. The answer I was looking for was crowdsourcing, as given out for no points. Amala gets a minus 100 on the POUNCE. No worries, there's a lot of questions coming in. But before that, we will have a scores check before we proceed with the next round. And that will be given by Yash, who will be giving out the scores.
Yeah. So Raja has the 200 and is leading, and Faizan, Gaurav, and Swagat has 100 points each. Rebecca has 0, and Bhanu and Amala are at -100.
All right. I hope everyone is clear with the scores. And if you have any discrepancy, I hope there's no discrepancy. But that was the score check. I'm sure that you have noted down your scores, and we have around 12 questions coming up for you guys. So make sure you're ready on the buzzer. All questions will come up on the buzzer from now on. No direct questions. More to this round in 1 second. Yes, this round will be called level up. So you need to start leveling yourself up, moving on to the top positions, because we have exciting prizes for you guys waiting for grabs after the quiz. All right. Point system for this round will be +100, -100, +100 for a correct answer, -100 if you get the answer wrong. All right. No direct questions. All questions are on the buzzer. The buzzer will be unlocked once the question is on the screen and I'm reading it. You can start buzzing it as I'm reading the question, and you can stop me after I'm reading the question. I'll ask you to unmute, and you have to give the answer in 5 seconds. 5 seconds is the time taken. You need to be quick while telling me the answer. All right. +100, -100, but there's a bonus section to this. There are 2 cards which can be used. There is a red card, which gives you double the points, and you have the risk of losing that many points. All right. So the standard question is for 100 points. If you tell me red card and then follow it up with your answer, you get 200 points if you get that answer right. But if you get that answer wrong, you get -200. All right. You need to be very careful with this card. There's one more card for you, yellow card, which gives you the opportunity to take a guess. And if you get that answer right, you get a +100. If you don't get it right, you get no negatives. All right. The negative -100 will be nullified and you'll be safe. So the yellow card can be treated as a safety card. The red card can be aggressive. All right. You'll be given 1 card each throughout this round. So you have 1 red card, 1 yellow card to be used throughout the 12 questions coming up. Simple. If you have any doubts, you can ask me right now before we move on with the questions. All right. 1 card each, 1 red, 1 yellow. Once you have used that card, you can't use it again. Yash will be noting down that how many cards have been used by you. So we have to be very careful. A standard question will be +100, -100, unless you use the card. And if you want to use the card, you have to say red card and then follow it up with the answer. If you want to use the yellow card, same, yellow card and then follow it up with the answer. Simple. We start with the first question coming up on your screen, and it's open for everybody on the buzzer. The first person buzzing in will get the opportunity to answer. All right. First question coming up for the top 7 on your screen. Now, name the term used to describe a fraudulent investment operation that pays returns to investors from their own money or money paid by subsequent investors rather than from any actual profit earned. Ooh, Bhanu has gone for this question. This question is fairly recent for you guys. So Bhanu, yes, what's your answer?
I'll take the red card.
All right, going aggressive.
Ponzi scheme.
100% yes. Could you tell me how did you arrive at this answer? I would love to know that.
So basically in finance fraud, the first word you connect with fraud is Ponzi, and then I saw the pays returns to invest. I read the subsequent lines and I got to know it's Ponzi.
Perfect.
If I confirm it was Ponzi.
Perfect. +100, +200 to you using the red card early in the round, but +200, good use of the red card, and that exhausts your card for the round. But good use, you get a +200 recovering from the loss you had in the previous round. But we'll move on with the next question for everybody. That was Bhanu receiving a +200 on this question. We move on with the next question on the screen. Now, this term comes from a French root word meaning free from servitude. developed during the feudal regime where there was distributed collection of taxes. This term is fairly commonly used across you guys. You would know this term, what I'm talking about, and it's an often used word in conversations, especially dealing with business. 5 seconds on the clock. Raja with the answer.
A yellow card, franchise.
Perfect. Franchise is the correct answer and a good use of the yellow card. I know this question could be tricky, could have a different answer. Good use of the yellow card, no negatives taken. Plus 100 to Raja on this question. And the answer I was looking for was franchises or franchising. And that's the answer I received from Raja. Perfect quizzing, guys. 2 questions down and you guys are doing great. Franchising concept of franchises would give you a plus 100 on this question. Perfect. 2 questions down, a lot more to go. It's open to everybody for leveling up on this round. Perfect. Next question coming up for everybody on the buzzer. Now, I want you to identify this personality. Ooh, this is an easy question for everybody. Bhanu with the first bounce.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Robert Kiyosaki.
Plus 100 to you. You wish you had the red card once more because you would have used that for sure. Plus 100 to you regardless. Bhanu gets a plus 100 on this question. Robert Kiyosaki, perfect pronunciation. That's what I was looking for. And he gets a plus 100 and moves, I think, into the lead. I'm not sure. Let's find out. But that's the answer I was looking for. A famous book written by him. I would love if anyone of you could name that book.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Perfect. That should be a good read for everybody after this quiz if you have not read it yet, but read it yet. But that's the answer I was looking for, the author of that book. Good quizzing. I've cleared the buzzers for everybody. Moving on with the next question. Now, I want you to identify the author which has been blanked out. Amala with this question, fairly quick.
I would like to take a red card.
Perfect.
Saurabh Mukherjee.
Perfect. That's a plus 200 to Amala, recovering from the loss from the previous round. Good quizzing. Saurabh Mukherjee is the author that has been blanked out of the 3 authors co-writing this book. Saurabh Mukherjee is the correct answer I was looking for. Fairly in the trend nowadays with his book called Coffee Can Investing. Again, if you're into finance, I would love and I would request you to read this book and get an insight about this concept of coffee can investing. Good quizzing, good crack on this question. Saurabh Mukherjee is the answer I was looking for. 200 to Amala. And we move on with the next question on the screen for everybody on the buzzer. Now, who is an open collar worker? Fairly simple question. Faizan on the bounce. What's the answer?
A person who, I'll take a red card.
Red card?
A person who works from home.
Perfect. A person who works from home is also called as an open collar worker, and that gives Faizan a plus 200 on this question, taking him to the lead. I guess we'll find out in a couple of moments from now, but Faizan on this question, perfect quizzing. Good job on this question. I've cleared the buzzer.
Card, right?
Yes, he has taken a red card. He gets a plus 200.
Yeah, cool.
Perfect. Moving on with the next question, open to everybody on the screen and on the buzzer. Now, I want you to connect these 3 pictures to a particular entity. Faizan, fairly quick on this one. Faizan, what's your answer?
It's the East India Company.
Could you explain?
Okay, so that is the logo of the British Empire. And I think that's a salt tax. So basically that, and that's a coin from, I guess it's from the East India Company era.
Perfect. Good quizzing. Again, plus 100 to Faizan for this question. And the correct answer I was looking for was East India Company. He has explained the pictures fairly well. He has connected it well, fairly quick on the buzzer. That makes him, that gives him a plus 100 for this question. Moving on with the next question for everybody on the buzzer. Now, explain how did we get to the terms bull market and bear market? A fairly technical question. I want you to use your common sense for this question. This question has a common sense element. That's why I want you to explain in detail. Gaurav, Surana, what's your answer?
I'll use a red card.
Red card to you.
Yes. So bull basically goes up, bear comes down in the stock market.
That's a simplified version of what I was looking for, but I got the answer. I got the essence. For those wondering, what did he say? A bull, when he attacks, goes from bottom to top. He takes you up, right? So that's a bull market. When there's a bull market, whenever we refer to a bullish market, we refer that the market is going up in an upward trajectory. And that's how bulls attack. They attack from bottom to top. A bear market, or a bear on the other hand, when it attacks you, it takes you from top to bottom. It brings you down to the ground. And that's whenever we say a bearish market, it is mainly going down. Good answer, Gaurav. That gives you a +100. Not using the cards, I believe. Not
I
using the
use
cards.
the red card.
He did
Use
use
the
red card.
Okay, perfect. I might have missed that out.
Oh,
But
also,
a +200.
Yeah, also for the previous question, actually there was kind of network problem, so I kind of missed out. Faizan was the one who
+100.
tapped +100. Okay, cool. No cards, right?
Yes. No cards.
Okay.
He has
Yeah.
exhausted his yellow card. Yeah. Red card.
Red
sorry.
card, yeah. Continue.
That was Gaurav with the correct answer. That is the explanation, and the red card used well. +200 to Gaurav for this question. Moving on with the next question, open to everybody. And yes, on the screen now. I want you to identify the person, and you have to tell me the full form of QR code. I want 2 answers, no single answers. If you answer me only one correct, you get a -100 or a -200, depending on what card you use. Raja, what's your answer?
This is Ashneer Grover. Okay, I want to use my red card.
Red card to you.
Okay, Ashneer Grover and quick response code.
Perfect. A +200 to Raja using the red card. Good use. And a +200 to him. That's Ashneer Grover for you from Bharat Pay. And that's the QR code or the quick response code I was looking for. Amazing quizzing, guys. That was Raja with the correct answer. And I'm locking the buzzer for the next question on the screen now. I want you to identify and tell me what is this. The image on the screen. I want you to tell me, name it, or just give me a gist of what this could be. Gaurav, what's your answer?
Yellow card.
Yellow card to you.
Yes. Is this some kind of currency note?
I need you to be more specific.
It's basically a currency note of Nepal, I think.
Incorrect. A good use of the yellow card. I was looking for something very technical, very specific. Swagat for no points, though. I would open it to you. No points.
Fast paper currency.
Perfect. That was the answer I was looking for. Could you tell me the origin of this currency?
China.
Perfect. China was the place the first paper currency is known to come from. We don't know how much true is that, but this is the first paper currency, and that has come from China. All right. That was the answer I was looking for. Good use of the yellow card, taking a guess on this one at this point, but Gaurav with that yellow card, not losing out on points. The answer I was looking for was Jiaozi, the first paper currency to be known. All right. The question will be coming up on your screen, and the buzzers have been cleared for the next question. The next question on your screens now. I want you to identify a particular person from these 4 images. Ooh, Bhanu, fairly quick on this one. Bhanu, what's your answer?
Is it Indra Nui?
Yes, that's Indra Nui for you. A +100 on this question. Good 100. I want you to explain as well for the audience. How did you arrive at the answer?
Just by looking at PepsiCo and World Economic Forum. She was the CEO of PepsiCo, and I think she later went on to, work for the World Economic Forum. And I guess it's the Madras Christian College is her alma mater.
All right.
And I think she founded Yum. I'm not sure about the Yum part. I think she worked there or founded Yum.
All right. So PepsiCo, 100% correct. She was the CEO. You got everything right. Yum was the brand acquired by PepsiCo, they opened a hotel retail chain, and Yum was one part of it. It was later renamed, but Yum was the origins of an hotel retail chain. All right. So that was Indra Nui's contribution as well. A good crack, a +100 to you for this question. And as we head towards the end of today's quiz, we would love to know the scores. Yash.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen so that you can just see.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, this is it. And yeah, Raja is leading with 500 points. Second is Faizan with 400, and on third, Gaurav and Thanu are there with 300 each.
Oh, it's gonna be a tight one. We will follow it up with one last question coming up after the score check. So you need to make sure that you are using your red cards and your yellow cards if you have properly. There is one last question coming in after the score check. Is everyone okay?
Okay.
All right.
Is it 19 questions?
Yes, we have reduced one. Yes, we have reduced it to 19. All right.
Okay.
Also, the R and Ys are like the cards you use. So yeah. So I'll just stop it, and
Yes.
we can move ahead to the tiebreaker.
Not the tiebreaker. We have one more question for everybody.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, that was 18th question for you guys. Now we have the last question coming in. We have let you know that it's the last question for this round. Make sure you're using your cards properly if you want to come up to the top 3.
There's no 20th question, Ken.
There's no 20th question, correct. All right. 19 questions. The 19th question coming up on the screen for everybody. Now, I want you to identify the financial service providing firm based in Mumbai, and you have to jumble these words and you would arrive at the answer. Fairly simple question. Faizan, what's your answer? You need to be quick.
Yeah, I'll take a yellow card.
Yellow card to you.
I don't know the answer.
Okay. I really believe that this was a tactic used by Faizan for not letting others answer for this question, but a good one. He used his yellow card properly. We have collapsed the question, but it is open for everybody to answer for no points.
Motilal Oswal.
Perfect. That was the answer I was looking for. Fairly simple to jumble. This is a financial service pretty known to everybody. The answer I was looking for was Motilal Oswal, and that would give you the 100 points or the 200 points for this question. But I would love to know what's the scenario right now. Do we have top 3? Yash?
Okay, so Raja is the first guy, clearly wins. Faizan is the second. The yellow card thing was amazing. Good one there. For the third position, we have tie between Thanu and Gaurav.
This is interesting. This is very interesting. I would request Bhanu and who's the other person?
Bhanu and Gaurav.
Okay, Bhanu and Gaurav, I would request you guys to make sure that your buzzer is ready. All right, the question appearing on the screen will only be applicable for you guys. No one else will be able to buzz. All right. If you know the answer, buzz in. If you get it wrong, the other person qualifies. That's how the tiebreakers work. All right. One question coming up for you guys as the tiebreaker to decide among you who comes into the top 3. All right. Simple, fairly simple. Again, you have to answer on the buzzer first, and then you have to unmute. All right. Perfect. The tiebreaker question coming in for Bhanu and Gaurav on the screen and on the buzzer. Now, I want you to identify this place. Whoever answers this correctly gets into the final.
The buzzer is not working.
The buzzer is not activated.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I answer it? Hello.
Yes. Try unlocking it now. Try buzzing it now. Whoever buzzes first gets a chance to answer. Is it working?
Nope.
All right. Both of you know the answer?
I think I know.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's a tough one for this.
Can you like DM
Yes.
Arnav on Zoom?
Whoever DMs me personally on Zoom chat gets the tiebreaker. Whoever DMs me first. All right. You need to be DMing it to me only, not to everybody. All right. I received the first DM from Gaurav, who gets it correct. It's the Bombay Stock Exchange, and Gaurav has got it correct. And I received his DM first. Then Bhanu is followed in seconds. But Gaurav gets the answer correct. So sorry for the buzzer, stopped working at the wrong time. But Gaurav getting it correct with BSE. This place is BSE, that is the Bombay Stock Exchange. And that's the answer I was looking for. Good quizzing. He gets it into the top 3. Bhanu comes in 4th with the 300 points, and Gaurav comes in 3rd. Perfect. That was the quiz for you guys, and I think we can go off the YouTube live stream. Thank you so much for joining in from YouTube. I hope to see you all in the future